Hello guys and welcome to Steve Knows. This week I have some amazing stories, some amazing features coming to the Quest have been confirmed. We are breaking records. There are so many new games that are coming out for you to get excited for. I also have some very frustrating and sad news that really got to me. Before we get started, I want to let you guys know that I do have an Oculus Quest 2 giveaway going on right now, and that's going to be in the description. So please subscribe and click on the link to enter. And a sponsor for this video that has made that possible. So before we start the video, a word from the sponsor. Atlas VPN is an application that you can use to encrypt your data and hide your location by using a virtual private network. This works by you using a proxy server, so when you communicate with other websites and services, you will have a different IP address and DNS, so you will remain incognito. And the data that's being sent to these servers and services will be encrypted, keeping your information secure. It could also be very handy for gaining access to region-restricted content such as Netflix. Different shows are available depending on where you live. So to access them, you simply connect to an Atlas server that's within that region and it will unlock all of that content for you. This can work for Disney+, Hulu, Netflix, HBO, Prime, and many more. To find out what content you're missing out on, you can also visit unogs.com and you can see what region has access to that content. Unlike some of its competitors, Atlas will allow for unlimited devices, so you can use your phone, your iPad, your laptop, your desktop, and other devices you perhaps have lying around the house, all under one subscription, supporting iOS, macOS, Windows, and Android. And the best part about this is there is a limited offer available right now. It's honestly a pretty incredible deal where you can get 3 years VPN access for just $139 per month. Way less than other names you may know. And if you don't like the service, you have a 30-day money-back guarantee. This is a limited deal and a pretty great bargain, so I will leave a link down below in the description if this is something you're interested in. Thanks guys. Okay, that is definitely enough chin wagging. Let's get started. So let's start this off with some big news. Last week we speculated that the Oculus Quest Pro model that is currently being rumoured around the community would be the device that would contain the also rumoured at that time around the community, the 120Hz refresh rate on a standalone Oculus device. Well, it's now been confirmed that that's not true. The 120Hz will be coming to the Oculus Quest 2 in beta at some point in March. This is going to be an experimental feature, and this was recently added to Oculus's roadmap, so it is officially confirmed. Carmack did comment on this news, however, as it was hyping on Twitter, and he had to clarify that only a small number of games are actually going to be able to reach this threshold. So I doubt we're going to play games such as Hyperdash in 120Hz on this standalone device, although that would be great. I am curious how this is going to affect battery life and heating on this device, because it's going to require a bit of power to reach those refresh rates. Because that is a bigger leap than the previous 72 to 90, which was a 25% improvement. This would be a 33% improvement. And hopefully when this does get rolled out officially, the Oculus Link is also going to support 120Hz, giving the Valve Index some competition. A £300 device that is a standalone virtual reality hybrid with its resolution and then that crazy refresh rate. That would be nuts. Please let me know your thoughts on this one. You guys always have some good takes. A really sweet story now about virtual reality, one that touched my heart, using VR for good. Because virtual reality's applications go beyond gaming, and this one just touched me so much and I want to share it with you guys. So the US Department of Defense recently disclosed another use for virtual reality tech that is going to be used in the Air Force. And instead of the usual virtual reality applications of things like combat training, machinery training, stress training, it's going to be used to comfort individuals who are suffering from things such as depression, as the rate of military suicide is growing rapidly. So one of the modules is an airman-to-airman scenario. The training gives you an opportunity to be face-to-face with another airman. So you'll get the perspective of talking to someone who's in distress. You'll try to talk them down, resolve the situation, and figure out what's going on with him, and find out the best scenario that's going to get him to safety. This outside perspective of where you can feel the empathy or see yourself in the person that you're actually trying to help is a way to assist those that need it. A really interesting use case, and it's great to see virtual reality being more than just gaming in its day-to-day. Really happy to see this. A new virtual reality office app, a new productivity app is hitting the Oculus Quest for free and is available right now. It allows your team to meet up, collaborate, whiteboard, have meetings, do presentations, mind map, to give you the sense of the feeling that you're in close quarters, collaborating with each other rather than on a Zoom call. They can just go on and on. But those that don't like virtual reality can also participate and get involved, as you can enjoy these sessions via your internet browser. So the one on the Oculus Quest store is the free consumer edition with the option to upgrade to the Pro if this is something that you really want to try out and invest in. So we have a new game coming to the Oculus Quest, Star Wars Pinball. Zen Studios are bringing this to the virtual world, and it'll be here on April the 29th. It's a pinball game, so expect pinball machines and simple arcade-like gameplay. There will be 8 pinball tables that are Star Wars themed, which I'll put on the screen now, and it will also have mini-games. There is also the ability to build a man cave, your own personal space for you to play games and relax in. It has been confirmed that there will be Mandalorian tables with story missions such as bounties to capture or defend Grogu, pinball style. So this one's a little tease, one that I'm excited for, as a blog post just went up from Impulse Gear, the developer of the epic PlayStation VR title that had aim controller support, the game Farpoint, which by the way will be a PlayStation Plus game for March into April, so download that if you've got PlayStation VR and a PlayStation because it's so good. So they have confirmed the development of a new virtual reality title that is going to be released this year, and that's it. A full announcement will be coming soon, so stay tuned on that. Hopefully it's not going to be a Sony exclusive, because Farpoint was brilliant, and be able to enjoy that kind of game, a modern version of something like that, that's if they're developing something like that, with the PC VR tech that we have available now, that just sounds epic. But I have to wait. Oh, now this came out of the blue. Vive teased us with an image on Twitter of their Vive logo saying, "It's your move." My curiosity went through the roof. They left us this image and it looked like maybe the back of a headset or the side of a headset. Like if you look at the Vive Focus, the side of it, there's enough room there for that logo to go if this is a new headset. Or it could be the Proton, a standalone device that they were teasing us. And if you look at the initial renders, that logo could easily be on that back, where the battery pack is. I am just speculating, but I am hoping for a new standalone device. The Quest needs some more competition, as competition is healthy for industry growth, and we benefit as consumers if other people have skin in the game, and that's going to be a really important point for another story I've got later on. It could also be a Cosmos standalone with wireless PC VR support, and then your move could imply, as Upload VR said, a new method of tracking perhaps, or improved tracking. And since that tease, we did get another tweet of them asking us what would we do with 70% more energy. And that could refer to more power on the device, or it could be literally energy, so it could be more battery life, I don't know. But the saying give hints at power. The XR2 benchmarks measured in the Vive Focus headset, their standalone device, is better than the Quest 2's benchmarks, but it's not 70%. So there's a lot of speculation here. I don't actually know the answers. It could also mean nothing, as they had been just putting up random questions that day, asking people random virtual reality things. So it could have literally been a Dragon Ball Z reference. So what do you guys think it could be? What do you want it to be? I have reached out to them to get some extra information, so if I hear back, I'll let you know as soon as possible. I just hope it's another standalone PC VR hybrid device. So this one's another story that kind of ties into what I'm going to say at the end of this video. So virtual reality keeps growing and growing and breaking records with a new achievement of 2.8 million monthly users on Steam. So that's just a fraction of the virtual reality community as well, because not everyone can play on Steam. The latest Steam statistics show even more rapid growth as the virtual reality adoptive curve just keeps on rising at a faster rate, with 200,000 more people entering virtual reality from a month ago. If it continues at this rate, we would have grown 150% in a year, and that's just insane. The Quest is to thank for that. I know some hope it won't be our demise, but the Quest 2 is now the most used virtual reality headset according to the Steam stats, with an increase of 5.5% total share over last month, putting Facebook even further ahead with 58% market share. And that doesn't include standalone devices not using a PC. That is a huge monopoly, and it's actually kind of scary. So I really hope HTC or Valve release something brilliant at a great price. Otherwise, it's going to be a losing battle for everybody. So a new game is coming to the Quest and the Rift platforms and the PlayStation VR later on this year called Song in the Smoke. This is an adventure survival game from 17-bit Studios. The game will place you in an old prehistoric world full of beasts, and you must gather resources, hunt animals, and find your way for survival. The artist that was involved with this game is known for titles such as The Legend of Zelda. That's so cool. You are to travel through 8 different stages, which will of course have different environments, different creatures, different weapons, different items to use, and you have to use all of your senses to identify threats, so your hearing, perhaps haptics, and your eyesight. The gameplay from the trailer looks pretty interesting. I do like campaign games. I'll likely get into this one. I love single player campaigns, and the art style just looks like it will lend itself well for a smooth experience on the Oculus Quest. So yeah, piqued my interest, this one. Can't wait to see it. So Z-Racer, the game that a lot of your favourite YouTubers are going to be coaching you in through tracks, is out now in early access on Steam, and it's going to get an update soon. The developers have recently told me that they're going to add a cockpit view in an update coming soon, which is going to change the whole style of the game greatly. Because at the moment, the ship is an extension of your arm. It's a very different take on the genre for sure. So if you were interested in this game and didn't like the look of it before because it's a very different take, as I just said, you may be interested now that it's actually going to have the racing view. Another game coming now, and I have got more. I did say there are a lot incoming, but this one is Zenith, or Zenith, however you want to say it, a virtual reality MMO that we've been talking about for a while, but it's officially finally got a launch trailer. And it looks like an absolute beast of a title. As an MMO, of course, you will choose your class type, such as mage, warrior, depending on the style of play that you like to choose. And you can then progress your stats and certain powers as you play. The trailer shows off the ability for you to glide across maps and different environments, the ability to climb vertically so you can explore in-game. It has close combat, and a stunning world that kind of reminds me of what an old school Final Fantasy would look like. This game is an MMO, so it does go very in-depth, and the kind of game where you will have to invest a lot of time in to get the most out of it. Not the best kind of game for the people who only have like 10 minutes a night to play something, but it's definitely a game we needed on the Quest, this large, stunning, expansive virtual reality universe. Another game coming to the Oculus Quest next week, called Flow Weaver, is a fantasy puzzler and will be here on the 11th of March. This game will be on the Rift and the Quest. The game places you in an unknown world where you've just woken up and you've found yourself trapped in. You must then use your powers to move between different realities to find a way to escape. This can be played seated as well, which I know some people will be very happy to hear to have this additional accessibility. In the game trailer, it looks like Waltz of the Wizard at first. I get that real magical vibe from it. It also looks like there's a ton of worldly interaction, so plenty of things for you to pick up and examine. And the variety of the worlds looks nice as well. There's like a dingy castle room which turns into this bright, beautiful, almost zen-like place. I kind of get like a Fisherman's Tale vibe from this. That was a puzzler with a very unique, interesting concept, and it was absolutely brilliant. You often hear puzzler and you think, oh no, but then once you start playing them, at least ones that have these kind of interesting concepts, they're absolutely brilliant, so I may give this one a chance. Another game now that's recently been revealed by Resolution Games called DeMeo, I hope I'm saying that correctly, can be played in virtual reality or flat screen as well. So you can play with friends whether you're in virtual reality or not. This is a tabletop dungeon crawler that has actually piqued my interest as it looks like a very unique game. So I'm very interested to see how this multiplayer aspect of it is going to be like, as it is cooperative, where you and up to 4 other players are going to go up against beasts and goblins. This is like an over-the-top glorified board game, so you will have a die. There are special cards that will influence your chance in battle, much like other tabletop simulators you may have played, nothing that you may not be unfamiliar with. The trailer shows a mix of views. There's the third-person aspect of you playing the board game, and then the first-person aspect where you're actually within the action up close searching these dungeons. It's a nerdy game for sure, but it's a chance for people who haven't tried this sort of thing before and see what it's all about, because there's a reason that these games are so big. I'll probably be reviewing this one for sure. It's a very unique game, and I'm really curious how it's going to play. And Resolution Games, give them the benefit of the doubt, because they always do such a great job making these kinds of games really simple and incredibly fun for everybody. Another new game is coming. ZombieLand, the movie franchise, is being brought to virtual reality in the ever so imaginable title, ZombieLand VR. It will be coming to the Oculus Quest, PC VR, and PlayStation VR. So this game is coming from Sony Pictures, which kind of gives me a little bit of hope that this game could be half decent. Because I actually like what Sony puts out sometimes. They have some decent, well-polished games. Although realistically looking at it, it seems unlikely. I'm gonna stay hopeful. They have said the game is taking heavy inspiration from classic 90s shooters, such as House of the Dead, which fills me with such nostalgia. I loved that game so much. I had it on Dreamcast, it was so good. But this is a wave shooter, so hopefully they bring a unique experience, something different to the table, like Space Pirate Trainer did, Guardians did, Crashlands did, because those games have recently shown us that you can still have good virtual reality experiences with these wave shooters. So the characters from the film have actually entered Silicon Valley, and they've just started a zombie killing race course. So there's a speed aspect to finishing the game, which could make it a fun title and very competitive against friends, so time will tell. So now for the final story, the one that really upset me. This story has really put a downer on something that I was extremely excited for. Multiple companies have started working on cloud PC VR gaming, and of course the focus was going to be the Oculus Quest, a standalone device, so we can enjoy amazing visuals anywhere in the world with a good internet connection without needing a gaming PC. Well, it seems Facebook are aware of this, and a new Oculus policy forbids using these services on the Oculus Quest. It was added last week, and it says applications that stream immersive virtual reality content may only do so from a local source. That is, a device that the customer has physical access to. Streaming from virtual devices or cloud sources is not allowed. So the Shadow PC and the Pluto Sphere of this world are going to have to find other means of putting this application or this service on this headset. When I read this story, I was just staring into space for far too long, just in shock and saddened by this news. This is a policy that's going to be hindering virtual reality progress. And this is what I was referring to earlier about Facebook having this monopoly and it being kind of scary. Because now if we had someone else being competitive in this space, such as HTC, and they were allowing for these kind of cloud services to be on their platform, Oculus will be as well, but they don't have to answer to anybody. And the fact that it's not going to be allowed on App Lab either is showing this additional governance that we were concerned about when things were going from SideQuest to App Lab. And I really feel for the guys over at Shadow and Pluto that were trying to do something innovative and something that would have potentially changed virtual reality in the future, and just basically just being told no, and there's nothing they can do about it. I'm really sad to hear this. Please comment down below your thoughts on this one. I'd love to hear your take. What do you think about this situation, this new policy? Please comment down below. So that's it from me today, guys. Sorry to end it on a sad one. Remember, there's loads of new games coming. We've got 120 Hz coming. There is an Oculus Quest 2 giveaway. So please subscribe. Hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching to the end of the video. Thanks to my patrons, you absolute legends. Happy gaming, guys. Good day.